What's up, guys? Jacob back once again. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're doing fine, given the fact that most of you are probably locked up, can't go to the gym. So what is the point to life if you cannot go to the gym, right? In this video I want to talk about the coronavirus and why it may not kill you, but this one specific thing just might. So with all the panic that's ensued, with all the chaos that's been created in our lives, it's easy to understand why a lot of people are frustrated. But despite all of that, people don't realize the real reason why they're frustrated. I mean, let's face it, when something comes in and completely disrupts your routine, you lose it. When someone steals all the toilet paper, you can't help but want to go on a rampage, okay? And here's the reason why. Your comfort zone. Your comfort zone has just been violated by this virus, by these quarantines, by these individuals that are buying up all the supplies and pissing you off. And that's just the thing, man. Your comfort zone needs to be disrupted. And this coronavirus is waking you up to that very idea. Because think about it. What are you procrastinating on? What are the things that make you super uncomfortable but could be the best thing for you and your life? Because guess what? Those things are uncomfortable too. So if anything, now is the time, when you're already outside of your comfort zone, to pursue that very thing that makes you so uncomfortable. See, that's the thing. The coronavirus is going to come and go, but your comfort zone is always going to be there. And if you don't take control of it now and push yourself outside of it, you'll never reach the things that truly matter in your life. And that's the very thing that's going to end up killing you. It's your comfort zone. It's going to kill your happiness. It's going to kill your goals. It's going to kill your dreams. So it's up to you to get out of that, to move forward, to take that leap of faith in yourself, to move forward in your life and chase your dreams and your goals. When it comes to getting out of your comfort zone, I like to do what's called following the path of fear, which means following the things that you fear most. But we want to follow the path of fear, follow the path of irrational fear. So for example, maybe you're afraid to talk to people, strangers, girls, whatever it may be. Maybe you're absolutely terrified of it. Well, most likely that very thing is the thing that you need to pursue. For myself, the thing that I was terrified of for the longest time was speaking to strangers, speaking to girls, approaching women, and speaking in front of groups of people. And so what I started to do was I started to follow that very path of fear. In college, I had been evading public speaking for all of the 2 years that I was in college. And finally, in that final year, when I was ready to get out of the depressive state that I was in and start going after the things that I wanted most in life, I took public speaking. And I promised myself that I would do whatever it took to be super good at it. So the first speech rolled around, and we were supposed to give a toast speech. And I decided to give a toast speech for my brother Julian, as if it was his wedding, because his wedding was coming up and it was just a perfect time to get practice in, right? And so I did the speech. I wrote the speech out on a piece of paper and I rehearsed it probably about 3 or 4 times. Then when I got to the front of the classroom, I was terrified. I was so afraid. I could feel it bubbling up inside of me, and I was so afraid that I was going to choke or mess up, whatever. I took that very piece of paper that I wrote that speech on, and I put it face down on the table in front of me, and I completely recited the entire speech from memory, making sure that I made eye contact with everybody and did everything that I was taught right. And the speech was absolutely perfect. After that, I gave that speech. The teacher of that class was also the coach for the speech and debate team. And he came up to me and he asked if I would like to join the speech and debate team. And right then and there, I felt that well of fear. I felt all this fear bubbling up inside of me. And that was when, tink, the light bulb clicked. And that's when I figured out following the path of fear was something that I had to do, was something that I needed to do. It was outside of my comfort zone. And I knew that if I did this, it would bring me all the happiness, all the joy that I was asking for. And so I joined the speech and debate team, and it was one of the best decisions I could have ever made. And from that point on, I followed that very path of fear that led me to my dream job of being a personal trainer, and to this point now, making vlogs. Now, as you can tell, the majority of the vlogs that I have done, and the majority of this video so far, has pretty much been in a private place. And I'll tell you right now, one of my biggest fears currently is making a vlog in public where people can hear me, where people can clearly see me. Talking to a camera in public is something that absolutely terrifies me. But anyways, the point is, follow the path of fear. Irrational fear. Don't go wrestle a bear, please. Obviously it will kill you, especially if it's wild. But as long as this is an irrational fear. So if you're afraid to talk to girls, get out there. Start pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. And if anything, with the coronavirus happening now and the quarantines, the restrictions that are being placed on us to contain this virus, now is the time to start making your plan of action. Now is the time to start taking action on those very things that you fear most. Now, maybe some of them, yes, some of them you will not be able to do, given the restrictions that are being placed upon us, but that doesn't mean you can't create a plan of action for yourself. And the best way to get yourself out of your comfort zone is creating a plan of action. And with that plan of action, to make it the best plan of action, you want to make sure that we're taking micro actions to create the momentum we need to create the change that we want. The best way to take action is what I like to call micro actions. This helps us build the momentum we need to see the success that we want within our lives, whatever it is that we're trying to pursue, whether it's the gym, whether it's talking to strangers, whether it's starting a business, whatever it may be. We want to make sure that we take micro actions to then create momentum. This allows us to create change without completely disrupting our lives. So, for me personally, public speaking. First, I started out taking public speaking because I was terrified to talk in front of people. And that was the first baby step. Second baby step was acing my first speech. And then the baby step after that was joining the speech and debate team. And then the step after that was actually going to a speech and debate competition and testing the skills that I had developed. these small little micro actions led all the way up to this point now in my life, where I truly get to live my dream life. So I encourage all of you, whatever it is, during this pandemic, start reaching for that new goal, for that new hobby, for that new career. Now, some of you won't be able to pursue some of the things that you desire because of the quarantine, because of the restrictions that are placed on us by the government to contain this virus, but you can learn more about whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. So I encourage all of you to take this first step, this first micro action to reaching your dreams, to reaching your goals, to reaching the life that you want to live. So during this entire corona outbreak, make sure you start challenging yourself to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Who knows? You may live your dream life.